Hey everyone, I'm back with a review of Delightful Scents. About a month ago, I posted a haul video and I showed you guys what I purchased from Delightful Scents. And I was really excited about it because I purchased a couple of samplers and some individual tarts from Delightful Scents. And I was really excited about that. This was probably my third order from Delightful Scents. And so I'm going to go over some of the tarts that were in the autumn sampler and some of the ones that were in the refreshments sampler. And then I'll talk about some of the individual tarts that I got. I'll fit as much into this video as I can. And then some of the other tarts that I melted, because I've got a lot here, I won't be able to fit them all into this video. Whatever's not in this video, I will follow up in my melting my stash reviews and talk about them. So I'm going to start off with what I melted from the autumn sampler. And let me start off with this. So this one is pumpkin spice, and let's see if I can zoom in. Okay, this one was a pleasant surprise. I have to say, I did not think I was going to like this, and I almost did not melt it. I was going to put it aside and maybe give it away. I decided to go ahead and melt it because, I said, let me just try. And I'm so glad that I did. This actually is probably my favorite of everything that I'm going to show you. I cannot believe that I'm going to say this, that pumpkin spice, this one is my favorite. I don't know how that happened, but I don't usually like spice scents, and this one smelled so good. It was incredible. The spice in this is strong, but it's sweet enough that it doesn't take away from the other note. And the other note is pumpkin that I'm referring to. And I absolutely loved it. It was a fresh pumpkin scent that was buttery and creamy. This really took me back to my childhood. I had a moment when I was melting this because this scent really reminded me of a time when my mother was baking or making a pumpkin pie, and she was mixing all of those ingredients together, and there was something about that scent that just I enjoyed. To some people it might be gross, like when you're mixing the ingredients together. Sometimes things don't smell as good until you actually bake them. But there was something about that scent that was comforting to me. And maybe it was just a moment, like in the kitchen with my mom. But anyway, I like the scent. And that is what this reminded me of. Along with that spice note that was just perfect, well balanced. Just the right amount of cinnamon. Just the right amount of nutmeg. Perfect. I loved it. I got amazing throw from this one. All of these that I'm going to be talking about, with the exception of one, if I get to it, I melted them in my 24-watt warmer. So I couldn't believe the scent that I got from this. And this one I could smell the next day. So I got several hours of scent throw from this. Amazing. Another one that I melted that I really like is Cranberry Spice. And who knew that I would like this one, but I actually love it. There's a lot of cinnamon in this one, but the cranberry does not take a back seat to the cinnamon. The cranberry note is present in this and is strong enough that it can kind of compete with the cinnamon, if you will. It's so good. The spice is, the cinnamon spice, the nutmeg, and it's good. It's not too much where it completely takes over, but it's there and it's trying to be like up front and present. But that cranberry, that sweet and tart, is right there. There's a good amount of cranberry in this. So at certain moments, you do get a lot of cranberry. And then there are moments where you get the mixture of the cranberry and the spice. And then for a quick moment, you'll get like all spice, but it's just so nice. It's definitely a soothing type of scent, but yet there's something about it that just kind of perked me up. I was like all ready to go. I think I even started cleaning and it was kind of late, but you know, I just really enjoyed this one. It was very, very good. I do recommend this one. Another one that I melted is Autumn Delight. And this one was really nice. This is for the honey lovers. If you love honey, you will like this one because it is strong on the honey. It does have the essence of the autumn outdoors scent. That type of outdoors note is present, but the honey is strong in this one. And the reason why I emphasize the honey so much is because I remember growing up, I never liked honey scents. I don't know, I just didn't care for honey. Now that I'm older, of course, I like it. I love it, actually. And this one was just so pleasing. It was very soothing and comforting. And it has a lot of honey in it. And I just really enjoyed it. The throw on this was absolutely amazing. I melted it in my living room area. And it filled up all of the open spaces. I just could not believe that this 0.5 ounce, I believe it's 0.5 ounces, tart gave off that much throw. Autumn Falling Leaves. A lot of vendors have a similar scent. This one was very good. I actually like this one better than another vendors that I melted, but they were both pretty good. This one has a cologne note to it. And so if you like scents like that have a sort of a cologne feel or scent to it, you will enjoy this one. I melted this one in my bedroom, so it was really nice. A really nice scent, very welcoming. I really enjoyed this one. And I could smell it the next day, and it was so pleasant the next day. It was like it had mellowed out just a bit, but it was still good. So I like this one. Now, I also melted Pumpkin Cheesecake. This one wasn't the best scent for me. I didn't really care for this one. I got a pumpkin scent and I got a creamy scent, but I didn't really get a cheesecake scent like I had expected. So this one wasn't one of my favorites. It smelled good, but I wanted the cheesecake note, and I didn't feel that I got that. Here we have Apple Cinnamon. And this one smelled good, but I didn't get the cinnamon from it. I got an apple scent that was really good. And there was something about it, and just keep in mind, every nose is different. There was something about it that there was a creaminess to it. When I first started to melt this, I thought that I smelled caramel, but I don't think there's any caramel in the scent description. So, I don't know. Could have been my nose. Who knows? But it smelled good, but I just didn't get the cinnamon from it. And of course, I wasn't upset about that because I'm not a huge fan of cinnamon. So I remember that someone had inquired about this scent, which is Columbia Coffee. And I think I know who it is, but I don't want to say it just in case I'm wrong. But if I'm correct, the person that asked me about Columbia Coffee is, they asked me to do a comparison of the two. And they love hazelnut coffee just as much as I do. Delightful Scent hazelnut coffee is awesome. Awesome. Now, just to focus on the Columbia Coffee just a bit, I did melt this one, and I melted it in my 24 watt. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I melted this one in my tea light burner. And I don't know what it is and why I continually melt tarts that have a coffee scent in my tea light burner. I guess because I have a coffee themed tea light burner. So the tea light burner may not have been the best place to melt this, but I just have a tendency to pull out the tea light burner. Anyway, this one was good, and it was strong, but I expected it to be stronger. I'm not a connoisseur of coffee. I drink it, but I'm not an expert in coffees. And so I always thought that Columbia Coffee was strong, but I could be wrong. I thought, Colombian coffee was supposed to be strong. But again, I don't know. So this one, it wasn't weak. It was a good scent, a good coffee scent, but I thought it was going to be stronger. So I find that the hazelnut coffee is actually stronger. Just to speaking to the person who asked me to do a comparison, to me this scent stands out a lot more. And as you can see, I haven't melted this one because I'm trying to save it. I love this scent and I just don't want to be without it. So this one is good, but this is my favorite. Okay, so let me see what else. So these are 2-ounce scent cups, and this one is berry bundt cake, and I melted this one in my living room area, and I purposely melted my 2-ounce cups from Delightful Scents in my living room area because I wanted to see if they were strong enough to give off a really good throw. This one did not disappoint at all. This one filled up my open spaces. Very nice. I like the berry in this. It's a sweet berry, not too tart. It's more of a sweet berry, and then it has that bakery note that comes along with it, that cake note, which is really nice. The berry isn't too strong, and sometimes with berry scents, they can be a little overpowering. This one was a nice balance. It was just the right amount of that berry scent, and then the bakery, which is a butter, like Bundt cake, you know, just really good. So this was a nice one. I got several hours of throw from it. I couldn't smell it the next day, but it's just not that type of scent anyway, I don't think, where you're going to smell it the next day. But this was just really pleasant. Most recently, I melted butterfly berries, and I like this one. Now, at first, I wasn't too sure how I was going to feel about this because when I sniffed it straight out of the container, I was reminded of berries and flowers, and the floral note that I picked up on was not bad at all, but I just wasn't sure how it would do once I started melting it. Oh my goodness, I was not disappointed at all. In fact, this one, when I melted it in my living room area, this one, as it was melting, it reminded me of a wild berry scent. Not so much a wild berry mousse. I didn't get that creaminess so much, but there's something about it that reminded me of wild berry, and it was so good. I really like this one. It's subtle, but it's strong enough where it covered my open spaces, but it's subtle in that the berries are not like too strong and in your face. I really like this one. It was a good blend, had a lot of good scent, and amazing throw. Alright, and then Zucchini Bread is the last one I'll tell you guys about. And I love Delightful Scents Zucchini Bread. I've talked about it before. It's just really creamy and sweet. And I know that that's not the scent that a lot of people like. Some people like the spicy zucchini bread. I don't. I like the sweeter zucchini breads and the creamier ones. And this is exactly that, and it was perfect for me. I melted this one in my bedroom area, and I got a nice scent throw. Just soothing and comforting. So that is my review of Delightful Scents. I want to thank you all for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you've purchased anything from Delightful Scents and what you got and what you thought about it. And I have a few more tarts that I did not include here that I will include in my Melt in My Stash review. So stay tuned for that. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.